I was just telling my buddy Clint last night, like right before we got on Baldur's Gate, I was playing wrestling and he had to catch like the what sounds like nonsense to him of me complaining about fucking WWE 2K24. But I'm like trying to tell him, I'm like, this game at this point, 2K24 reaches a point where like you get on to try and do a match, like you get on to try to do something, and they just completely and utterly fuck you with no lube, and then you just get right back off the game. It's bad. And at this point right now in the game, in the my faction mode, I have to keep going up against like high level Hulk Hogan, and I'm like, it is so fucking disgusting to me having to get beat by Hulk Hogan over and over again.
You just gotta pick a black wrestler, bro.
Yeah, for real, because I am only using like the Ultimate Warrior and shit. I don't know that, and that's the real problem. Is like I have black wrestlers, even though it's a joke. I have black wrestlers. None of them are in the like red overall like ruby card bullshit that they're giving. It's all like Seth Rollins, Gunther, Austin, The Rock. I'm like,
So you just got East Booker T.
Yeah, for real, for real. Well, it's like the game itself, like 2K it's just like, because it's not even about like a wrestling complaint. It's like the wrestling complaint is that I'm hating losing to Hulk Hogan, and I find that annoying, and I find that to be unrealistic that like Hulk Hogan loses to like prime Seth Rollins and shit like that, and like prime Gunther, and I'm like that just doesn't happen. But it's like, you know, you get into a match, and the problem is like you get these points you get for completing objectives. So each match you have to complete. You just have to do the same things over and over again because for some reason they add that as stipulation. Instead of just winning the hard match, they want you to complete objectives like taunt the crowd, taunt your opponent, complete a finisher, complete a signature. And those things keep you in the game for longer than you need to because you've already weared him down, you've already used up his resiliency. But newsflash, he countered your signature twice. So unfortunately, you have to stay in the game building up signature until you can hopefully hit him with a signature. But let's say you get to those 90 points. Those 90 points they want you to get to in order to beat the match. Then you get to the 90 points and you're like, all right, bet. I'm about to put Hulk Hogan through this table now. It's easy. I've done my signature. I've done the taunts. I've done the heavy attacks. I've done it all. It's all completed up there. Now I can finish the match. And Hulk Hogan hits you with one reversal and then puts you through a table. And that 10 minutes you just spent playing the game, it's all for nothing now. They're just like, yep, start at the beginning, work again for that. And you're like, and then you have to go through again like Hulk Hogan. That's when you start getting mad about wrestling stuff because you're like, there's no way Hulk Hogan reverses Gunther. There's just not a way. It doesn't happen.
But it does because he's a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And doesn't like being hurt.
Dude, I am telling you, like with this whole new whatever Legends contract he signed with WWE, undoubtedly there's parts of where he's like, hey brother, I want to be invincible in the game. I want to be more invincible than Roman fucking Reigns. And I'm like, that's crazy. Although Roman Reigns is the most invincible character in the game. They have him made to where like, even if you have him full body red, if he's not stunned, he gets up pretty quickly. He gets up like fairly fast, faster than every single wrestler in the game. And I'm like, see, that makes sense to me. He's the tribal chief. When the game came out, he was the number one star. It's like, it makes sense. But Hulk Hogan, goddammit, nah. And I'm sitting there trying to have fun. I'm like, yeah, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior. It's just like back in the old days. And then they just shit on me. And I'm like, can't even enjoy this game. But yeah, pretty much I would say day after day, I get on the game, I get into my faction, I sign in, I take the daily reward, I start up the match against Hulk Hogan, and then I just go through that frustration, and then I just get right off the game. Because I'm not going to keep putting myself through it over and over again, just on a daily basis. But, you know, irregardless, we got some wrestling to talk
Not
about.
a word.
Darnell. Suddenly gets a do-rag on. Suddenly he's a bully. He's like, me and Perk Angle come for you. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of when I saw your do-rag. I was like, oh, Kurt Angle. His goofy face staring forward with the lady doing the do-rag is so funny. God, I love Kurt Angle. So, Glasgowians, wrestling fans. What do you want to talk about? Shut your bitch ass up!
Fucking arena losing their absolute shit.
Yo, if you're
angles.
If you're from Glasgow and you have friends like, if you're just like from, or if you're just like, you know, have heritage there or whatever, and then you have any American wrestling friends, they're for sure either not saying anything to you today, or they're just like, "You all right? You good?" They're shut your bitch ass up. You're a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry. Welcome to Growing Up Kayfabe. We are the Yeet and No Yeet, the Yes and No Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Joe, and this is my co-host, Darnell. Tuesday, Rebecca.
Wait, hold on. Amazon. Somewhere over there, Amazon.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Fuck that guy.
He's doing this to you. He's mind controlling you. He's mind flaying you.
Oh no, this is all shit I needed. But also fuck him because fuck him. That's all.
Strong stance.
Big words.
You heard it here first, Bezos. Bezos is why surprisingly he's like one of the few people who watches this podcast. He's like, hey, I like you guys.
That'd be weird.
That would be crazy. That'd be the craziest thing. There's gotta be a celebrity or like at least somebody of some famous stature that watches like a podcast that has like no views just because they're like, I don't know, I like it. Yeah, I like to think that our niche is like, when I think about like reach for this podcast, I'm like, for sure, like I'm 100% sure like there's gonna be like in the idea that it reaches like a wrestler's like, and even like an agent for a wrestler or anything like that it reaches their ears, they would not be pleased by some of the things that I specifically / that like we all say sometimes, because it's just like that's the niche. I'm like, it's unfiltered. It's like I don't give a fuck if like fucking Damian Priest or somebody else doesn't like that I say something like mean in the moment. I'll be like, nah, it's the whole point of this thing is like we're in and out of kayfabe here. So it's like sometimes we have strong opinions, and I don't like to cover that shit up just because I'm like, well, if I may not get an interview, or I'm like, I want us to get people because they like what we do, because they like how we say shit, and because they like what we do. And if that means calling
kissing up his shenanigans.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. I mean, and to be fair, it works. Like that's how people get people on. That's how you get people from the industry that you're talking about on. That's how you get other people on. And it works, but I would rather not. I go a different route. We do our own thing. Man, Clash at the Castle. Oof. I have so much
I just want to talk about how fucking weird it was.
Yeah.
For them to be like, hey, we're going to start with you, Cody. And it's like, but bitch, I have the championship of the promotion.
Yeah.
And I'm opening?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
I can already hear the Dwayne Dicksuckers being like, oh, your boy's starting the PLE, not Roman Reigns, not The Rock. That wouldn't be him ever. And I'd be like, it would be if they said to be it. They would. And I get it, but like, I take a lot of insight from Amy a lot, and I do agree that like supposedly they're saying from Insider that WWE is trying to go away from those days of like that whatever they want to do, whatever the biggest match is to people is going to be the main event, and I'm like, that's fair. So yeah, that's extremely fair. Yeah, and when you think about it, like yeah, I guess obviously it wouldn't have made any sense. I mean, even though we know what the result is now, but it wouldn't have made any sense to have Damian and actually, now that I think about it, it probably would have been smart to do Damian and Drew co-main and then do Cody and AJ. But at the same time, maybe not. They probably would have been too pissed off. They would have left or something, I don't know. But
that is true. Would having him lose like that?
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like,
yeah,
well,
they would have emptied out. Fuck you.
So like now when I think again, there's a lot of I could see them at the table trying to figure that out, being like, how the fuck do we make this work with Drew losing? And it's like, well, let's give Cody and AJ the full arena right when it starts, right off rip. Can you imagine like you didn't know that's how it was gonna go? You're out in the area getting your food and drinks, like they're probably gonna start with Jade and them, and then you just hear fucking AJ's "You don't want none," and you're like, oh, shit, fucking apparently the main event's starting now. But I think that the idea of going away from having it be the main event makes so much sense overall, because it genuinely shouldn't matter. That's some like old wrestling rule bullshit that we just do because we do it. And there's going to be a lot of people like diehards to this rule that are going to hate this and talk shit about it. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to throw shade on Cody for this, when the reality is that this is good for business. It's great for people to be able to open up with awake fans, hype, ready for a title match. That's good. So I appreciate that. I appreciate slowly going away from some rules that just like they don't even need to be there anymore. We don't need to do this. But what an I Quit match. What a good match. AJ and Cody, we said this when they first got paired together. It was going to be good. They just didn't give them the build up. This was the build up. And I mean, can I say Triple H really showing people, if they haven't seen already, the story building. You know, we can see the foreshadowing on the wall being fans, but you see the quick AJ Cody put together. You're like, well, this is rushed. Then they have a 5-star in France. Then you're like, okay, what's next? I guess Logan. And then you kind of go like, oh, what the fuck? Just to reroute back around to an awesome build up for a Cody AJ rematch, which was, what do you think was better, this match or the France match?
I mean, I definitely fell asleep during the France match.
Yeah.
I think I was getting sick that weekend, or I had just started being sick, so I fell asleep. But even when I went back and watched it, I was just like, okay, whatever, just a normal ass match. This was better, mostly because it was an I Quit match, so that means they could do more. Yeah. And for the first time in a long ass time, they went backstage. They didn't do a lot backstage, but they went backstage. We don't see that a lot anymore.
Yeah. And that's perfect to do a quick in and out. You don't want to like make the whole thing about backstage and in the back area. Get in, get right back.
You don't have to, but that's what we grew up on, bro. The motherfuckers went backstage. It was a wrap. Like, it was like, oh shit.
I would say a good 50% of fights back from our time are all in like supermarkets, garages, fucking outside the arena.
Bro, them going to public spaces always threw me off, because it was like, bro, they had to shut that place down.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably had to pay for whatever damages they made, because like that whole thing with Booker T and Stone Cold, do a whole supermarket just fucking shit up, is like, that must have cost a pretty penny, bro.
For sure. Well, there's the story of AOP and the bars. So they asked them about the bars, them busting up the bars, and they were like, yeah, they made a deal with the guy, and they were just like, we'll pay you for what we bust up. And the guy though would come over to Bradshaw and Farouk and be like, yo, don't forget, like, and then he would tell them in the shots, he'd be like, hey, throw them into that TV right there, because whatever they broke, Vince would pay for or just straight up replace. So I'm like, that's so fucking funny that they were, and so they, according to their story, they had to shake down the guy a little bit too, be like, well, we'll bust more things up for you, but you got to give us a little bit of cut of the money. And I'm like, that's so cool. They were so cool. AOP, man. I just watched their episode of Legends, I think it is, or it's something like that on Peacock. So cool.
Oh no, you mean APA, not AOP. AOP's a new
AOP. Dudes. Sorry, yeah, APA. Wow,
I was just like, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm like, Legends. Hold on a minute. It's like it just started.
Yeah, already Legends. Yeah, no APA. Yeah, fuck. Which my whole life didn't know it stood for Acolyte Protection. It's like Acolyte Protection Association. Agency.
Yeah, probably associates or agency. And it was weird because they were part of Undertaker, which was weird.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of branched off from that. They just weren't ever there anymore for him.
That shtick was something that, like,
they were great.
They were great for it. They really were. And that shtick was something that, like, didn't work at first, but just like as more people became like under Undertaker's wing, it just worked so well. Him showing up in locker rooms and being like, give him this message, and just like all the fucking acolytes just destroying people in locker rooms while Undertaker just was playing mob boss. That was cool.
Yeah, that would have been dope, but they had to keep the dead man thing going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, good backstage shit, good I Quit match, and it feels like the handcuffs and I Quit matches are like usually like what they have. I mean, how many times have they used it? Like, at least, yeah, it's like because it's true. I think I Quit matches should slowly phase out, because it's like you have these wrestlers who are portrayed as people who would never quit or never back down, and oftentimes, in my opinion here, I think that you really diminish the wrestler afterwards. JBL, Batista, dudes who got embarrassed in order to quit, taping Batista's legs around the fucking the ring post. Yeah. JBL looked like every time JBL quit, he always looked like a little bitch. And that was by plan, and it was always with John Cena, like literally going through Super Cena hell with JBL, and then fucking eventually just John Cena hitting the 5 moves of doom and grabbing something giant like Cody did, and then JBL being like, I quit. And
but with how AJ did it, that was hilarious, because at first it was just like, okay, he's just beating his ass with the chair. And then as soon as he turned around and saw him with his fucking hands up, like he's like, oh wait, I didn't sign up for this. What the fuck?
You gonna launch stairs? I don't think that was planned.
Get me out of here, bro. No, I got a family.
Yeah. I
actually, that would have been funny if he said that.
I mean, I grew up thinking that like the specialty for that match was John Cena, because he was just like that. He did it with what I think he did it with Edge too. If I'm not, I could be wrong on that, but I feel like he did it with Edge. But that he did that with everybody. That was like John Cena's like end all. Like, this is ending the rivalry right here. We're gonna do an I Quit match. You're gonna literally beat the shit out of me for, let's say, 20 minutes, and then for 7 more minutes, I'm going to return to you. And then for the last 3, you're gonna kind of almost beat me, and then I'm gonna finally beat you at the end here. Always.
Everything Super Cena, we can completely blame Vince for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, dog, I get he's the face of the company, but let somebody else have a turn. A legitimate case of mom said it's okay for me to play this time. Like, get out of here. You just on the sticks for way too long. And I've watched you die a bunch of times. You're supposed to pass it, bro. You just never did. And now we all hate you.
I had to look it up. I had to see. John Cena has the most I Quit victories in WWE history, with 5 victories in I Quits. He's beat Bradshaw, Batista, Orton, The Miz, and it doesn't say who the 5th person is, but he has beat 5 people. That's fucking wild. It's probably Edge is the 5th person.
Probably.
So man, yeah, the loose ropes were the real story of the night for everything besides Drew getting screwed. We're gonna talk about the screw job, the Scotland screw job. But yeah, those. I mean, here's the thing. What do you think about the controversy of them saying, like, you know, the ropes were loose, had a stroke, and but then Shayna tweeting out that whole thing about, like, yeah, they say the ropes were loose, but meanwhile Zoe Starks hits 3 perfect springboards, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe she got lucky then, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that, like, I mean, it happened to 2 different wrestlers.
Nah, it really only happened to Jade, because I watched that shit with Damien. He missed that middle rope completely. Yeah. That's why he got tumbled up. He missed that, and like when he did hit it, it was like the tip of his boots. So that's why, like, the middle rope springboard up and wrapped around his fucking ankle like that. Right. I was like, what the fuck just happened to him? Because I like, all throughout the day, I was like falling asleep because I fucked up the previous night putting this new desk together. And by the time I looked up, it was fucking 3:30 in the morning, and I was like, oh shit, I fucked up. So I was like in and out like most of the pay-per-view. So like what the fuck was I doing? Because I definitely didn't see the triple threat tag match. I watched. Literally, when I actually like consciously watched it, it was when Jay fucked up and slipped off that springboard. That's when I was just like, the fuck's going on?
Yeah, man? I woke up to everybody reacting, being like, oh shit.
Yeah, I wasn't there really for any of that shit. But I think I said it in the chat. I was like, they should have looped that Drew promo like 3 times, because off camera, the only people who are going to see anything is the crowd at that point. Yeah. They should have been trying to fix them ropes right after the AJ and Cody match, because they're the first 100%. And they're the first ones to know.
Yeah, the ref
that should have been priority number 1. It was like, hey, yo, get them shits tightened up. We ain't having nobody fuck up. And then, hey, here's your main event. You almost killed the man.
Yeah. Here's the rope gate on the whole thing, is that, like, how many people knew about this? Because it's not like the ref went in there and started doing some fucking laps on the ropes and was like, these are a little loose. Like, somebody had to come to a number of people and be like, the ropes are a little loose tonight, for the ref to immediately tell AJ, hey, these are loose. And I do agree with Amy. I get it's like, that's AJ's finisher, so I understand him wanting to, like, tell him right away, but we got to tell everybody, dog.
The last thing we need is multiple people just snapping ankles.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I have not heard
Hold on. Does fucking Zoe do her springboards off the top rope?
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she did.
What the fuck?
Apparently she did 3. But
I don't know.
I also think I was going to say, here's the thing is, we don't have any confirmation from, like, the wrestlers not saying that they didn't know. So I feel like they did know. If that one ref told AJ, I have a feeling that it had to have been spread around. So I feel like they just tried anyway to see if they can make it work, and it just didn't, you know?
Yeah.
And the only thing you can say there is that, yeah, we should have paused for a while. We should have tightened up the ropes a little bit. That's really the only other answer, because I don't see why they couldn't have done that.
Yeah, I think the other couple spots were during Sami and Chad's match. Mm-hmm. And they were doing clotheslines over the top rope, like they were struggling a little bit. And I was like, oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah. I just figured, hey, maybe one of them didn't push hard enough. But if it was a rope, then damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, the next few weeks in SmackDown, I mean, Raw might as well just take a back seat, dog. SmackDown's going to be on fire for the next few weeks. The Nia Bayley buildup is about to start. The Rhodes with Orton and KO against the Bloodline is about to start. And then eventually we're going to get Rhodes, Orton. They're planting all those seeds in these next few weeks build up. Insane.
I just need them to show Randy like caressing the belt just a little bit. Just a little bit, like on some real movie villain shit.
Yeah.
And then when Cody's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, watching it for you,
They'll probably...
Meanwhile, he's just touching himself in the corner thinking about the damn belt.
Oh, yeah. Showing through those little ass shorts he always wears. I bet they'll do something where, like, they'll win the match or something, like on SmackDown, and then Randy will go to like bring the title to Cody and just kind of like have a moment where he just kind of keeps staring at it and be like, yeah, here you go, man. All right. Sorry, my bad. It's yours, champ. RKO out of nowhere.
Yep, that's probably exactly how that's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
He's either gonna give it to him, or Cody's gonna go to try to grab it, and then he's gonna be like, no, here you go.
Yeah.
Like on some Big Brother shit.
I'm gonna love it. And shouts out to Damian for both Damian and Drew. Amazing match, great match. And with that botch, Drew played it off great. He did what he had to do. He ended up helping him out, which is great.
Yeah.
And then shouts out, I don't know if you heard the reports, but Damian's not hurt. Apparently he wasn't hurt after it happened, he said. He said he was fine. And he actually was kayfabing that injury the whole time. And I was like, yo, that's really good. And that's after he already got cleared by medical. He's cleared. He's good to go.
We can hope.
Yeah.
It's like Triple H said. He's like, yeah, adrenaline can just last a long ass time. And the next thing you know, you're going to be fucking actually hobbling around.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like, damn, now we got to shelf you.
So hopefully it's true. Like I said, they say he's medically cleared. He says he's fine. So we'll see tonight how he looks when he walks out. But yeah,
amazing. We just need what's his name? We need Drew to pull a Liv Morgan. Just throw a chair at him.
Throw a chair. Get the chair. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, that was a good spot too with Cody and AJ.
Throwing the chair.
Went for a phenomenal forearm and he just
and then the flop down and then into the table. I've seen people put like cartoon noises behind that. I'm like, so fucking funny. Yeah.
That's great.
Great spot. And it shouts out Alba Fire, Isla Dawn for becoming tag champs, because here's the thing, not only did they, I wouldn't saying they deserve it is a loose term. I mean, they have gone through some stuff, Alba Fire's gone through some stuff losing her mom, which sucks. And, they have gone through any controversy like any other tag team has gone through in order to try to get up there in the ranks. It's great that, it's kind of one of those things like, here you go, Scotland, we did give you somebody, but here's a point that needs to be made. It's the same reason why Drew didn't need to win. Drew doesn't need to win the titles, and the same reason that Bianca and Jay don't need the titles, because they're already megastars. Everybody would pay for them to see a singles match, a tag team match, a title match. It doesn't matter what they do. And when you're a superstar who has that, you don't necessarily need the title. Like Cody doesn't necessarily need the title, but that having the title equips him, like it goes well with his story. So that's why, and obviously he's the man of the company. But some of these people just don't need one, and that's fine. Like anybody who's upset about like Jade and Bianca, I'm like, this is perfectly gonna set up for Friday for Bianca to be like, and I mean, if you didn't slip and fall, then like we might have won, and then Jay being like, oh, you're blaming me, and be like, yeah, you're the one who fucked up, and then them have a whole thing, and now sets up perfectly. And
or they could just do what they did to Trick Williams with Dom. It's like, oh, Trick got the NXT North American Championship from Dom the very next fucking Tuesday. He lost that bitch back to Dom. And that's all that could happen, is they just lose the belts again. They're like, bitch, you won this because you were at home. That's all. No other reason. And on top of that, they didn't even pin them to get the belts.
Yeah.
They fucking pinned a knocked out Shayna.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That dude, they could do it.
That was the first thing I thought of. Like, I was like, oh, they didn't even pin them for the belts. I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna get them back quick.
Yeah, that would be good to do. I mean, I don't know. I feel like anybody else. I do genuinely feel like anybody else should be pushed as the women tag team champions at this point, just because of exactly that. Like, I really don't feel like Bianca and them needed anymore. I'd rather see the program between them or between other people or something like that. But yeah, them just squashing the entire women's tag team division just puts us in the end. Like, it was great at first, and it is what I wanted, but in the end, it just puts us right back at stage one, which is just like we have an overpowering force that's never going to let go of the titles, but they did.
For now.
For now. For now.
Just like Bailey. You think you have the belt, you got to deal with Nia fucking Jax, bro.
Facts.
You already got your ass beat by Piper. Piper literally carried you through that match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you won. Congratulations. But you finna lose that shit. You're done. You had your time. You need to ship you over back to Raw, and then you need to reignite with Io. Both y'all could be in Money in the Bank. That'd be cool.
That'd be really good.
Actually, if she loses that belt, because she can't be in Money in the Bank, that would literally make no sense. The champion being able to gatekeep, that would be wild as fuck. And then she could just go over to Raw, take that belt. You got a champ. Look at that.
I like that you made that point, but you know that's some exact shit they would do with Brock Lesnar if he was still around. They'd be like, Brock's entering the Money in the Bank as champion. You'd be like, what?
He basically did that with the Royal Rumble. Yeah, this is like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah, I know. Shit.
Why are you here, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Honestly, if you asked me what my favorite match was out of the whole Clash at the Castle, I would say Cody and AJ, but it would be very, very close next to my second favorite, which was Bailey and Piper. And that's because I think everybody just did great with their roles. And Chelsea is so fucking funny. Dude, her ejecting Charles Robinson just for Charles Robinson to eject her and then her come back. By the way, everybody's allegedly she came back out. You know, we still don't know who that was.
Who that is.
Yeah. Some lady in a mask. She came out and she was causing a lot of problems. And some might say even cost Piper the chance to win. But yeah, I mean, I think it will truly be unforgettable, Piper's promo that she cut against Bailey. And I think that this just elevated Piper to the point where, like, again, this is our, they probably wouldn't want to call it that. And I'm not trying to put disrespect on saying it, but this is like our Lay Cool. This is like the newest Lay Cool. And it's even better.
They just need to get the belt and split it.
Got to get that belt and split it. Yeah, I like how they made mention, or Big E made mention to that. I think it was on one of the pre-show things. It's funny because they kept asking. I like how that's why they all kept asking the question, and finally Big E was me. He was like, they were like, well, I mean, what's this whole Chelsea? You keep saying that you want that's right. Chelsea was there, like you guys, it's our title. What does that even mean? And she just did her basic response. Well, we're both this, we're both that, and it's gonna be our title. And we're gonna be the champions. And Big E's like, well, you know, like, cool, they had the split championship, and I'm like, yes, thank you, Big E, thank you. That's why you're on commentary.
Is a thing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right. Jeez. It's like we can talk about New Japan, but we can't talk about old shit from fucking, I don't know, I guess from like early mid 2000s.
Damn near 20 years ago, which is a scary thought.
Yeah.
When you really think about it.
Yeah. I try not
Anytime I see these posts, they're like, oh yeah, such and such 20 years old. I'm like,
no.
Bitch.
But I mean, hey, with that new draft rule, pretty happy to be 29, dog. I'm pretty happy to be almost 30.
I saw a video. There's one dude on TikTok who does like the best prediction videos. He's like, this is what I would do. And it sucks so much because it's like all of it makes perfect fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Actually, it was two videos, but the first one was decoding that new AR code. And apparently the first person, the family or whatever the fuck they're going to be called.
Yeah.
With Uncle Howdy, the first person they're going after is Chad Gable.
That's what I was hearing too. Yeah, I was hearing about
and
that.
I was just like, this shit is perfect because there's like you haven't said thank you in a while. You've become ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yo, this would be perfect, perfectly layered because you have this man finally snap, and now somebody's gonna actually be here to be like, yeah, you fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And now we won't beat your ass.
I see too that they're saying they want to, like, with this story they might include him switching to the Creed brothers for being like in the Alpha Academy, and like so they'll have a split with Otis and them. They'll no longer be in the academy, and then he's gonna have a scramble to find people, and they're gonna turn them heel, so that way that would work for them too. They have nothing going on, and they're not working as baby faces. Turn them heel with Chad. These guys are fucking really good. Chad will elevate them. The whole fucking story will elevate all of them. Yeah, I you know, we didn't talk about the match, and it's because I don't want to. And I think that everybody was asking the same question, that if Chad just re-signed and he just lost, then what the fuck? And hearing that he's going to be part of the Uncle Howdy story is actually big news. That's really good for him. So, all right, fine. Fine. If he's not going to be Intercontinental Champ, fine. Now
do something with him. Don't completely fuck him over. We already did that before with the Shorty G shit.
Oh my god, yeah, no.
Which I didn't even know about until recently. I was just like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We try not to talk about Shorty G. I will give Sami some cool points with the thing that he did where he looked, you know, he was walking away, turned back to Chad and said, "That's it. No more." And I'm like, that was kind of cool. I'll give him some style points on that one. But otherwise...
And you know what Chad should do to keep it just completely 100 and be a complete psycho about it? He's like, oh yeah, no more chances. All right, cool. Just continuously beats his ass every week for no reason. Just shows up. And anytime they ask, why are you doing this? Just walk away.
Just leave. Yep.
Nothing. Let me keep beating his ass until he just give me another fucking title shot.
Yep. Yes, sir. and you know what?
Basically what Braun Breaker's doing.
Yeah.
Just, oh, you didn't let me do it? All right, fuck it. Somebody's paying.
You know what would be great is just have him try to fuck with Sami while Sami is defending against other people. So give Sami some motherfucking...
Just show up. Go stand out there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him.
Beat him up week after week. Intervene. Intimidate him. And then you'll get a shot at, let's say, for Intercontinental. I don't know, SummerSlam, maybe. That'd be good.
Yeah, if the Uncle Howdy shit doesn't start sooner.
For sure. Oh, he should be making his... They say it's tonight. They say tonight's the night. Fucking June 17th.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If they do it, they better do it good. They better do it well.
Yeah, we'll see. Should be a big night tonight. What was I just about to say? It was going to be something else that kind of like revolved around tonight. Oh, yeah. And the last thing I want to talk about before we go, which is just like, what a fucking horrible booking decision that's going to be happening tonight for Raw, June 17th. Money in the Bank qualifier match, Jey Uso versus Finn Balor. And I'm like, seriously? Two guys who should just be in the Money in the Bank.
I thought Ray was part of it too. I thought it was a triple threat thing. At least from I think I saw like some list. And Rey Mysterio was in that match too. Because then I was like, okay, then that means Ray's definitely losing because he's too old at this point to be doing anything crazy in a Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it now because I see the post right now because I see the booking from USA and everything that says Finn Balor versus fucking Jey Uso. Let me check these comments real quick because I want to check to see if anybody's correcting it or not.
Because either way, it's even if he does lose, that's just gonna it's more reason for Finn to be more bitter.
Yep.
Towards Damian because it's just like, all right, fuck, I just got beat again, so fuck you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I can see it happening for sure. Where Jay wins and he meets up with Damian and he's like, "Where the hell were you?" And Damian's like, "What do you mean? Where was I? You fucking." Well, I needed your help out there, man. He's like, "Why do you always need my help? I don't need you. I can already see it now. I beat Drew McIntyre by myself. I'm El Campeon. You guys, I don't need you guys." It's gonna, yeah. Yep. Fuck, goddamn it, we already just figured out the goddamn ending to this match.
Or, my favorite thing that I've seen is that Finn actually employed Liv this entire time because he's trying to split up the group. We already seen he took the hotel card last week. He's been caught talking. No, they got out of the same, I think, like limo or car or something at one point. Like it's some shit we didn't see before. Like, but it was they definitely got out of the same car, and it was just like, all right, that sucks because we already seen that happen with JD, and we already seen it with Dom like twice.
Yeah.
So it's like she's the wedge just gonna drive everybody apart, and it's gonna be Finn's gonna be the ringleader for it because he's just like, oh, all right, whatever. You're the leader, bro. Okay, yep, sure. About to fuck your whole life up.
Oh yeah.
What a white girl. Goddamn.
And that's what's crazy is because, like, I don't know, everybody was expecting, especially with this, if this were to be really truly happening this way, then they would be great for him versus Damian at SummerSlam. But they, I don't know, maybe do it sooner, I guess, because Damian's got to go against Gunther. And heavy assumptions by insiders and everything. This is all assumption, but they're thinking Gunther's taking it at SummerSlam. And I'm like, probably.
He needs to, because it's like y'all had this man have a literal demon run, 666 days of just ass beating, and pretty much everybody who could challenge him, he's beaten already at some point.
For sure.
And especially if he wins, then there's going to be good matches with Seth. There's going to be good matches, even if Damian rematches or something. You got Finn. You got what's his name? What was the dude they just they beat the fuck out of Imperium?
Oh,
is it Vinci?
Yeah, Vinci. Yeah.
Yeah, him. He could just decide. They could just decide. Bro's gonna have a crazy singles run, and he's gonna challenge Gunther.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. If Vinci could get over that way, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and he actually, because he'd probably be able to like do it by like beating the shit out of Kaiser, and be like, you're the actual reason we lost so fucking much because you're so goddamn arrogant. Beats his ass, puts him out, and then Gunther's like, I mean, shit, mate. I guess I gotta beat him. Yeah. Me personally have to beat his ass.
Yeah.
He's not out long enough.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think that Gunther's the most exciting champion that's gonna come. Because Damian's gonna pretty much run his course with what they could do. That's gonna be exciting champion wise with him by SummerSlam. So yeah, get it fill in. Let's see. They got Money in the Bank before SummerSlam. So if they want to, and if Damian truly isn't hurt, start tonight. Plant the seeds tonight for the breakup. Have them break up before Money in the Bank, and then run it at Money in the Bank.
I feel like what they'd actually do is they'll be pointing in the direction of like heavily breaking up. Like they're at, like anytime they see each other, no one's agreeing with anything. It's just a whole bunch of yelling. Maybe somebody throws a punch finally, because we already know JD's going to be on Finn's side. But
yeah,
and then that's when Rhea Ripley comes back and she's like, "What the fuck happened?
Yeah,
I go away for 3 months, and you niggas just lose your minds. What the fuck?"
Really
you got this little white bitch just fucking up everything. She looked straight at Dom like, "Fuck was that about?
What are you doing?
Calling you daddy and shit?
What are you doing, weirdo?" Sorry, mommy.
I hate that he says it like that too. Like no Spanish accent behind him. Ugh. Jesus Christ, I'm like a fucking toddler with your chicken tendies.
He does. Well, hold on. Love me some chicken tendies.
But also, what was funny, nothing to do with WWE and AEW. They just beat the shit out of Buddy Matthews. So they're probably going to have their wedding soon, because they basically just written him off, Christian and his group, the Patriarchy, which is the dumbest name because of fathers. They beat his ass Saturday. They cacheroed him, actually. They showed him with a pile of chairs. And yep, they didn't show it happen. They just panned down and bro just laid out. And it's just like, oh, okay. That's happening.
The best stick in all of AEW is the Patriarchy. The second best stick in all of AEW is the Learning Tree. Thanks, guys.
I didn't know that's what that was called.
Oh yeah, but I can't get enough. I smile, I laugh. He's just so good. He's too good at this. He couldn't figure it out for just like a day or so, and then like the next week he was like, you know, as a man who's been behind the camera a long time, I know a thing or two about controlling the camera. Let me show you. Completely fucking up the camera. That's how you want to do it. thanks, guys. Somebody's asking like how long this can go on for, and I'm like, I really don't know. Usually Jericho sticks only go on for, it can. It was like they go on for however long he fucking decides to. It's really when he just be like, it's for him to be like, I don't want to do that anymore. But this is hilarious. It was like a week of making fun of Jericho, and all of a sudden he's like, I am reborn. I am new with this character. Check me out. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, because I don't even really remember what his whole. Because I know he's had like maybe this is probably like the third character change. He's had since being in AEW, so I guess it was pretty much a rock star. Yeah. Like the last time, like that's what it was,
right?
And now it's Cringe Lord.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. Because he was already the learning tree, but it was just like trying to take guys under his wing, and he is literally, I think he's actually used that word, Cringe Lord. I think it's like he's like that's basically it now. Now he's Cringe Lord learning tree.
Yeah.
Very good shit. Were you surprised by the CM Punk screw? Did you think it was him when they showed that back of that fucking head and the red shoes?
Oh yeah, as soon as that, no, I didn't even see the shoes first. As soon as his head was in frame, I was like, there's only one person whose hair is slicked back like that, and I'm like, and then they showed the Jordans. I was like, oh yep, okay.
You had caught it.
Makes sense.
You caught it way quicker than I did. So there's like when they showed that camera angle, I was suspect. I was looking deep. I was like squinting at the screen, and I was like, which referee has that haircut? And I heard you suddenly go, it's Punk. And I'm like, and then he stopped the count. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. And I was like, this is too crucial of a moment where he can come in here and fuck him over. Like he said he would.
Yep. Dude.
1, 2. Dude, fuck you, bro.
The Glasgowian's freaking out. Fuck you, Punk, you piece of shit. Because like I could get it from up that high. You really cannot tell, like being live.
Yeah, for sure.
The camera pans zooming. Oh shit.
The two best parts of that happening is afterwards when there's that one fan, like he's like right in Punk's face, just.
Yes. Yeah.
And then like they pan off of him, and then like Punk like goes back a couple more steps, and then you had another group of people just cheering him on, like, hell yeah, oh my god, I can't believe you're here. Yeah. And it's just like, this is great. And then I think I found a TikTok was like the top 10 best tweets of Clash of the Castle, and one of them was the kid flicking him off like in his face, and he's like, this is real heat.
This is real.
This is real. This ain't some manufactured shit. This is somebody who 100% hates this man right now.
Yes, for sure. CM Punk.
You got a whole country to hate you in 2 seconds.
He's got literal screw job Shawn Michaels heat. Like Canada hates Shawn Michaels, and fucking Scotland hates CM Punk.
And there's nothing anybody can do about it.
No, two things about that, like to end off on, is that I wanted to mention is that one, the post-fight presser was awesome. Damian Priest forcing everybody to rise and saying he refuses to answer any questions until all rise for El Campeon was awesome. At first it was kind of cringe, but he committed. That's where like at first it's like, well, nobody's rising, dude. They don't get it. And he's like, dude, seriously, get the fuck up. Get up. All of you stand up. And they were like, oh shit, okay, all right, he really means this. And that was cool. And then Punk doing the AEW fucking reference. Just eating the donuts after the post-fight presser, and I'm like, and he does it again. He's yet again a meme of the fucking. It's like when it comes to media and some of you guys, I really just don't like you, and I'm like, and he's just eating the donuts. I'm like, God, he's so good. Now we have the fucking. I'm tired. I'm old. I'm beat up, and I work with fucking children, and we have the. And I really just don't like you guys. Like, all about eating donuts. I'm like, God, he's just the man. And with that being said. I don't know how real this is. It's going around on Twitter, but apparently Violent J is going crazy on how much he hates CM Punk. And,
oh yeah, I've seen the tweets, and my immediate thought was, "Shut the fuck up, dude."
Yeah,
no one gives a shit about ICP anymore.
Nobody gives a shit.
You live 30 years in the past, my guy. Shut the fuck up. Leave shit alone, bro.
This is embarrassing. Like, yeah,
you're old.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You're old.
So sad. Violent J, bro, fucking, that's crazy, dog. You didn't shake our hands in TNA. It was like, yeah, he probably didn't want to fucking be around you.
Yeah, when I saw that shit, I was just like, really? That's what you're mad about?
Yeah, seriously.
And the Colt Cabana shit.
Ugh.
It's just like, all right, dude.
Yeah. I love it. Everybody's just like, who the fuck is, like, literally people are like, who the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He's losing his mind. All right, everybody. You heard it here first.
Gotta get that Fago.
For just drinking way too much Fago. Please comment down below what you think of Clash of the Castle, what you think of our comments that we said about what's going on in wrestling right now. Like the video, subscribe, go follow our social media, Super Sour JR, go follow twitch.tv/Super Sour Games, Snuggy, follow Darnell's social medias, and we'll see you guys next time on Growing Up Kayfabe. Thanks, guys.